So this session deals with how to check off for the occurrence of an palindrome within a sentence. So for this particular case, what we have taken, we have initialized one function name with a Boolean return called is palindrome. So here we have an incremental for loop that is trying to pass out a particular word in the reverse order, and if the reverse order happens to be the so-called object called as, then if it happens to return true in the first half, then it's in palindrome. That means you are just this would mean that word reads the same in the opposite direction. Or else it has to be with return false. Here the return false is not necessary because we need just only the first half to work out. So that has been checked up by the first half. So now we have to create another function called the solution, where we are actually intended to create two for loops. And first, the whole of the string has to be converted into lowercase, and that goes inside a variable called straar. And once that's been done, we have to first initialize a result of variable with the null factor, and finally with the first incremental for loop for the I value, uh, increments each of the index value with respect to the string character strar till the last, just excluding the last index. And the same has been followed by the inner for loop with ji equal to I, and doing the same, passing of each of the values with respect to the first loop. So with the first I refers to the row and j refers to the column values with respect to the sentence. And once that has been done, the substring value with respect to every incremental value of the I has been passed away. And that parsing element has been enclosed within a subst. And if the subst is then enclosed within the palindrome function method name, that is enclosed in a if for loop. If this happens to be the same, if this holds true, means that str has been passed with the reverse order checking up with the following original word, and that is happens to be a perfect match. That has been checked by the ispal method name, and the substring length happens to be the reverse length uh, greater. That is, substring length happens to be greater than the reverse length, and the result of the string has been returned in the result that was initially a null variable. So there's a substring gets stored in the null variable, following the factor that the resulting is less length is result smaller than the substring length, and that is added together with the spell check. If this happens to be true, then the result will take up the exact the palindrome occurrence in a particular sentence, and that has been the result occurrence of a particular palindrome within a sentence goes and resides inside the result object that was initially a null variable, and uh, and that has been returned as a return result. So that is return result is actually available in the solution method. So that has been called up with respect to each of the objects here in the main method. So this we can see that the string m has the Malayalam as a uh, occurrence of a palindrome within the whole word, the whole sentence. So that being checked up with the solution G. This line will be giving up the occurrence of a uh, palindrome within a sentence. And the second one is also a palindrome within a sentence, where exactly the trimming is not necessary because it's a continuous word forming a single word sentence. So we can go for the start button, and we'll go for the browsing of the page where exactly we can see the palindrome has been passed out. So we can see that exactly the Malayalam is coming up and followed by the SSS gigs. That is, it is omitting the certain letters that's coming up consequently before the gig starts. So thus the palindrome has been passed out.